Mario Strikers Charge for the Wii is not really a soccer game for anyone who wants an actual soccer game. Granted, that could be said for any number of the different Mario sports games that have come out over the years, but this one even more so because it really doesn't resemble soccer in any meaningful capacity. Yes, you're on a field, yes, you're kicking a ball around, but the game actually has a whole lot more to do with something like hockey than it does actual soccer, as you are just constantly checking dudes, you are constantly trying to knock people off the ball, and all the while red shells and green shells and chomp chomps and all sorts of other Mario enemies are trying to knock you all about. This is definitely a much crazier take on the sport than Super Mario Strikers for the GameCube was when it first came out a couple of years ago. Developer Next Level Games has ramped up the crazy factor quite a bit. There's more power-ups, there's more crazy Mega Strike shots. There's even a little mini-game where when you do one of the Mega Strike shots, which actually launches like between 3 and 6 balls at the goalkeeper, you can sort of point the Wii remote at the screen and basically try and use the little reticle to like block each individual shot as it comes at you.
Yeah.
On the field, the number of weapons and power-ups and other random items, as well as the sheer amount of tackling going on, makes it very difficult to pull off any meaningful shots. You can do one-timers, but that's not really what you're going to get a whole lot of. You're going to try and do a whole lot of the Mega Strike shots, you're going to try and just do as many powered-up shots as you can, and you're just going to want to pass the ball around because that actually charges up the ball and lets you do more powerful shots. To do a shot, you simply press the B button, and the longer you hold it down, the more powerful the shot. Ideally, you want to hold it down until you've powered it up all the way, in which case you'll do a Mega Strike shot, which is far more powerful than any of your other shots. Actually, performing a Mega Strike shot is not as easy as it sounds, simply because there are guys constantly surrounding you, they are constantly tackling you and, launching red shells at you and doing everything they can to knock you off the ball. To tackle, all you have to do is just kind of waggle the Wii remote when you're near another guy, and you'll just slam into him and knock him off the ball. The thing about Strikers Charge is that it is much better as a multiplayer game than it is a single-player game. The single-player is okay, but the AI is not really that great. It's either too easy or it tends to rely way too much on catch-up AI, just unbalanced, cheap tactics that, get a lot of goals that are very questionable. Once you get in the multiplayer game, though, that tends to go away. It's a much more fun game, it feels a little bit more balanced out, and, playing with friends is just a lot of fun, especially if you get a group of 4 people together. The game also features online multiplayer, and it is actually the first Wii game to do online well. Yes, you still have to go through the whole friend code system if you want to play with specific people, but the ranked matches, you can just jump in, play against random people, works well, pretty much lag-free from our experiences with the game, and there's leaderboards for both daily and long-term statistics. Mario Strikers Charge definitely has its quirks. Presentation's a little on the bland side, the chaos of the on-the-field action can sometimes get to be a little too much, a little bit overwrought. But at the same time, there's enough to the multiplayer game to make it a lot of fun, and especially that you can go online and play against other people is pretty awesome. It's definitely an improvement over Super Mario Strikers, and if you enjoyed the last game or even had some issues with the last game, this one is certainly worth playing.